All right. We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be playing the second game of a three-game series against the New York Yankees at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here, back for another day of baseball. People call me BW for short. That works for me. Welcome back, Charm City Chat, and hello to everybody that might be new to the channel as well. I'm glad you found it. Started this channel up in the spring. The idea was to go on a mission and try and do play-by-play coverage for every Orioles baseball game all season long and through the playoffs, hopefully. And so far, we are 94 games into the season. That's precisely what I've done. And in the process, we've been growing a community here of Oriole fans and providing a space for fans to follow along and watch the ball game in some form or fashion. Maybe you don't have a way to watch it on TV or hear it on the radio. Maybe you live on the other side of the planet like I do, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Whatever the case may be, maybe you just enjoy interacting with other people during the ball game and sharing your thoughts. You can do all that here on the BirdWatcher channel. So if you are new, give it a chance. You can hit the subscribe button below. There's no cost, no obligation, and no salesman will visit your home. And if you are in the mood to chat, it just requires a 1-minute wait. No big deal. Great. Let's get into today's ball game, folks. Obviously, last night's game is fresh in everyone's mind. I could sit here and go over all of it. I'll touch on it a little bit, but first we're going to just go over the meat and potatoes of today's game regarding the pitching matchup and starting lineup. So on the mound today for the Orioles, Grayson Rodriguez. He's been one of only 2 starters that we've really been able to see any consistency out of in about the past 3 weeks or so, while we've been scuffling overall, both hitting and pitching. But he's coming into today with an 11-3 record and a chance to get his 12th win before the All-Star break. That would be quite an accomplishment. He has a 3.52 ERA. And he's going up against Luis Gil, who began the season on an absolute tear, was completely unhittable. His stats were off the charts. But ever since that series we last played the Yankees and we faced Gil, he has not been the same pitcher. He has bounced back a little bit. I think in his last start he did okay, but he has gotten knocked around a lot. Probably over his maybe 4 or 5 last starts. Let's hope he gets knocked around a lot again today. Your starting lineups for today's ball game. Apparently, there was some word that Heston Kjerstad was originally put in today's lineup and then replaced late. I had no plans on seeing Kjerstad's name in the lineup today after what happened yesterday. The idea that there was even a thought to starting him today, I guess, on one hand, does give me some positive feedback that he's going to be okay and that other than the protocols one should follow when taking a blow to the head like that, he should be fine and ready to go as soon as possible. Just the very next day, not even 24 hours later, probably not a good idea to throw him out there. So he's not in the lineup today. Austin Hayes is. Your lineup for the New York Yankees, they're not your New York Yankees. They're not my New York Yankees. They're somebody's New York Yankees. Alex Verdugo is going to play left field and lead off. Juan Soto is going to DH today and bat second. Aaron Judge will be in right field today. He will bat third. Ben Rice is at first base. He will be the cleanup hitter. Gleyber Torres at second base batting fifth. Austin Wells, the catcher, hitting sixth. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, batting seventh. Trent Grisham is in center field batting eighth. And DJ LeMahieu, who hit leadoff yesterday, back to his normal spot in the order, ninth, playing third base. For the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson will lead off and play short. Adley Rutschman will do the catching and bat second. Anthony Santander is in right field, hitting third. Ryan O'Hearn is your DH, batting cleanup. Jordan Westberg hitting fifth, playing second. Ryan Mountcastle's at first base, hitting sixth. Colton Cowser back on the lineup in the seventh spot. Austin Hayes will bat eighth and play left. And finally, Ramon Urias at third base and batting ninth. Ramon, yesterday, really our best offensive weapon, RBI triple, and also defensive weapon, made a great diving stop to help get the force out to end the inning where the Yankees were on the verge of adding more runs to their lead. So, yes, that is the lineups. Learn English, BW, learn English. These are the lineups. Maybe that's the way to put it. That is the lineups. Once again, folks, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to be playing 3 a.m. BW rules, which is I'm allowed to make mistakes. All right? And unless they're egregious, please just be kind and tolerate them if you don't mind. Speaking of tolerance, let's go over the rules of Charm City Chat. Here they are, as quick as I can give them. Please, no spoilers in the chat. That means typing in something that just happened in the ball game the moment it happens, before I've had a chance to speak over the microphone. Odds are you might be watching the game. If you're watching it, you're going to be a little bit ahead of me. Please do not think the first thing to do if somebody hits a home run is to type HR in the chat and just be the first person to do it, because that's going to make everybody else unhappy and get you timed out, and we don't want to have to do that. No politics talk. That's pretty self-explanatory. Sports betting talk is something I'm not encouraging around here at all, but if you make a brief passing mention here or there once or twice in a given game, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Just we're not turning this into a sports betting tracking channel. This is a channel for enjoying the game of baseball, okay? Finally, folks, just be kind to each other. Be charming to each other. You're allowed to have disagreements. You're allowed to state your case and maybe sound a little bit like you got a little bit of, I don't know. You got that vim and vigor. You got that spunk. But you don't want to be insulting each other in the chat. That's no good. We're going to have to break that up, too. And we don't like to, we like to keep things nice and charming, okay? And I want to go ahead and just get on through this intro and get down to business here. We've got some very great mods here in the chat. They are designated with a blue name and wrench. Card Crazed is here, I can see already. And I'm sure folks like Rob and Janet will be popping in when they get a chance. Let's see. We've got some people already here. Calvin bringing up the one transaction that has happened today. Thanks for reminding me to do that up top, Calvin. Indeed, Cade Povich has been optioned back to AAA Norfolk. I pretty much thought this was a move that should have been made once Dean Kramer came back, but either way, it has happened now. Vinny Natoli has been called up. Vinny Natoli is a right-handed pitcher, a relief pitcher, which would mean, at least on paper, Cole Irvin would slot back into the fifth spot in the rotation. And Natoli, who I don't think has any experience in long relief, I think he's always been a short reliever. He's in his 30s. He's a journeyman. Been with a few organizations over the years, most recently with the Oakland Athletics. I think he made about 8 or 9 appearances and did fine. Also looked very good in Oakland's AAA team throughout this year. So the Orioles saw something they liked, and they brought him in, and now they've called him up. Vinny Natoli, right-handed pitcher, added to the bullpen, and Cade Povich back to AAA. Now, as far as the fifth spot in the rotation goes, of course, today and tomorrow, no need to worry. And then you got the All-Star break. And then you've got a 3-game series against the Rangers. And then you got a day off on a Monday after that. We really don't even need a fifth starter until the 5th game following that Monday off. So we're talking 2 weeks. 2 weeks until we really need a fifth starter. And I think the date is April 27th. July 27th. So in other words, folks, with the trade deadline at the end of July, there's really only one date on the calendar until that trade deadline where we need a fifth starter, and hopefully we're going to go out there and get another starting arm. So there may not even be a need for anybody on the current roster to make an appearance as a fifth starter. We might have a replacement or a new option by then, if you get my drift. All right, I guess I got to at least mention last night's ball game in terms of everybody's response. Look, the best from what I could understand, given the situation, was that after Kjerstad got hit, Brandon Hyde obviously went out to check on him. The trainer was out there as well. And as Brandon Hyde went out there, now I'm going to be completely honest about this. I'm not sitting here trying to spin this like of a lot of other people. But my belief is that Brandon Hyde probably initially said something toward the dugout like, hey, how about not hitting our kid in the effing ear, all right? Or something to that effect. Not necessarily implicating that it was on purpose or trying to even start a real argument. It's just sort of a natural reaction to just seeing your kid get hit in the ear. And you're sitting there trying to check on his well-being. Meanwhile, the Yankees' dugout response, according to eyewitnesses on the field, is that a few of the Yankees in the dugout there were just basically talking smack to Brandon Hyde and sort of making light out of the situation while Heston Kjerstad was laying there face first in the ground. And that's when Brandon Hyde went off. And I can't blame him for that. All right, we're underway, folks. Alex Verdugo at the plate, and he looks at a first pitch from Grayson. It's up and away for ball one. Verdugo batting .239 on the season in the leadoff spot here today. And the next pitch is a called strike. 1-1 the count on Verdugo. So just try to put a ribbon on things, folks. As far as a response to what happened yesterday, and this is pitches outside, 2 balls, 1 strike, I'm not looking for retaliation in a eye for an eye sort of way. I don't want to go out there and plunk a Yankee in the head. And again, I'm not saying that Kjerstad was intentionally hit in the head, as Verdugo lines one into right field, and that's a base hit. It hits up against the scoreboard, and Verdugo took a wide turn at first and decides to hold put. It's a long single, 110 miles an hour off the bat. Absolutely crushed. The scoreboard right now is pretty much blank. Either that or the sun is so bright out there I can't even read it. So the leadoff man is on here to begin the ball game. All right, I'm trying to wrap up my thoughts about last night while calling the game at the same time. Easier said than done. First pitch is a called strike to Juan Soto. He showed bunt for some reason. 0-1 pitch is fouled back behind the plate. It was Soto in an 0-2 hole. So yeah, folks, I want people to know that I hope I made it clear in yesterday's broadcast that I'm not the type of person that likes to look to retaliate by going after another player and hitting them and lowering ourselves to a level that we don't need to be at. I want to elevate ourselves, and to do that, I just want to kick their ass. I want to go out there and play our asses off and beat them in every which way we can. Soto with a ground ball to second. Here's one, and not a double play. Sorry for a terrible call. Ground ball to second. I'm just getting my bearings, folks. Westberg threw to second to get the lead runner. Gunner with the throw back to first, not in time. I do need, I've got something. I don't have coffee, but I do have, I've got this. And I just realized I need to drink it. Maybe wake up a little bit. So Soto is now at first base on a fielder's choice. 1 down. Here's Aaron Judge. He takes ball 1. Judge yesterday basically had one pitch to hit, and he hit it for a home run. He walked every other time he came up to the plate. This pitch is just a bit low. 2-0 on Judge. He's hitting .306 on the season. I know what they did was gross. This one's crushed by Judge. Please go foul. And it is. Aaron Judge turned on a Rodriguez pitch out in front of it. And it goes into the stands foul, deep down the left field side. I mean, I just want our team to go out there and score some runs today. 2-1 the count. This one's a little bit outside, 3-1. The Orioles are wearing their orange jersey tops with the white pants, and the Yankees wearing their classic road gray pants and shirt. Ball 4, low and away to Aaron Judge. 2-out walk pushes Verdugo up to second base. First and second, 1 out. I wish there were 2. That is a 1-out walk to Judge. Again, folks, prepare for mistakes. I'll try to catch them myself as soon as I can. Feeling a little bit groggy. Also had some Indian food this evening for dinner that I don't think sat right on my stomach. Here's a swing and a miss by Ben Rice. Rice hitting .243, 5 homers, 16 driven in. He went 0 for 3 in last night's ball game. This one gets away from Rutschman, and both runners are going to be able to advance. What a bad time for a wild pitch. Takes away the double play possibility, and now puts a runner 90 feet away with only 1 out. Second and third after this wild pitch. And Rutschman just couldn't get his body in front of that one. Tried to just handle it with the glove alone, and it bounced away. The 1-1 is off the plate outside. 2-1 the count. Sounds like the stadium is feeling pretty edgy today already. There is plenty of noise in the ballpark, and it's hard to differentiate who's making noise for who about what this early in the ball game. But it's 2-2 here on Rice after a foul ball. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Grayson Rodriguez with a huge punch out and a big spot, second out of the inning. Oh, that ball tailed away on the outside corner. Oh, look at that late movement at 97. Absolutely filthy from Grayson. 2 down. Here's Gleyber Torres. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Top of the zone with a fastball, 98. Gleyber hitting .223. 8 homers, 34 driven in. Soto at third. Judge at second. 2 down. Here in the top of the first. This one is hit back up the middle, and Henderson won't be able to field it. It's going to be picked up in the outfield. I guess technically an infield hit for Gleyber Torres and an RBI. Juan Soto comes in to score. 1-0 New York. Judge moves up to third. Ball was not hit all that hard, but right back up the middle. And Gunnar had to go a long way to get to the ball, and even if he had gotten there cleanly, it would have been a tough play. So here we go. Once again, we're going to have to find a way to come from behind. We have yet to score first in any game during this homestand. Austin Wells at the plate, and he fouls one away. I mean, I say we've yet to score first. We've hardly been able to score at all. I think we've had 2 runs in 36 innings at home so far. That is very, very not good. Averaging half a run a game at home. 0-1 the count on Wells, who's hitting .219 at the moment. He takes off the plate, ball one. The 1-1 pitch from Grayson is called a strike. That looked high. A changeup above the zone. Umpire calls it strike two. First and third, two down, a run in already for New York. The 1-2 pitch to Austin Wells is swung on and hit off the right side foul. Hey there, Cam. Grayson has already thrown 23 pitches here in the first. This one is low and in. 2-2 the count on Wells. So Grayson will have thrown at least 25 pitches in the first inning. Hopefully this will be at number 25. Find a way to get Wells out here. 2-2 count. First a check on the runner at first. Torres back standing. By the way, folks, if you've noticed, anytime you see any ads on anything I've got up on my web pages are all advertising chairs. So that's how you know people are monitoring your habits. As this one's popped up left side, it's going to be a tough play for anybody, and it's going to drop in on the field of play in foul ground right up near the third base side stands. Out of reach for anybody to get. So it's a foul ball, 2-2 count on Wells. And Grayson is getting up there near... it's going to be pitch 26 coming up. Hey there, Cam. How you doing? All right. Groceries await. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and drilled, but foul off to the right. Man, this is not a good first inning right now. Giving up a run, that's salvageable. If the offense can get their act together, it's more about the pitch count at this point. You want to hurry up and get this inning over. 2-2 pitch. Fouled away again. We are getting up there near 30 pitches now in the first. As Austin Wells is going to grab a new bat. So, folks, part of the narrative that, if you remember me talking, when Cody Bellinger got hit on the hand, I talked about how the narrative is going to be written out there just because Bellinger is a big name. Corey Seager, who was hit by a pitch while swinging at it, mind you, a big name. And, of course, Aaron Judge was hit on the hand during a game where a lot went down. As this one's drilled down the right field line, if it's fair, it's gone, and it's gone. Austin Wells with a 3-run homer, and the Yankees have taken a 4-0 lead in the first. Four runs for the Yankees before we've had a chance to even see what our offense can do today. A 3-run homer onto the flag court. Drew French is out to talk to Grayson. Folks, I'll be back with you in just a sec. Just trying to find my happy place. Anthony Volpe at the plate. Breaking ball top of the zone for a called strike. 2 down, 4 runs in for the Yankees. Next pitch is a slider swung on and missed, breaking low and away from Volpe. 0-2 pitch. And there's another breaking ball that is fouled away. Still 0-2 on Volpe. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Here we go. Low and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not essentially the same Baltimore football history, simply because we're facing we're facing another righty again. I'll tell you the lineup here. Swing and a miss. There's your end of the inning. Grayson gets his second strikeout of the inning, but he gives up 4 runs, including a 3-run homer to Austin Wells. Half an inning has been played in the Yankees for the Orioles coming up to hit. What was the question? Oh, the lineup. Well, there it is on your screen. I mean, Mountcastle moves up a spot to 6th. Kowser's playing over Mullins today. Austin Hayes is in the lineup. Apparently, Heston Kjerstad was written into the lineup earlier in the day, and then they changed their mind on that, and I think that's probably the right move. As much as if I knew for sure everything was fine and not considering Kjerstad's own well-being, yeah, I would love to see him in the lineup, but I'm considering his own well-being. Don't think he should be in there today. But that's the lineup today. Oh, boy. So, folks, I just want to go over this narrative about who's hitting who and what. Dan Clark had this tweet, which he put out since last night. Here's your list, folks. I was on the New York Underground channel and their postgame show, and Pete, who hosts that channel, Pete is a really good guy. He's a great content creator for Yankee fans. He's an absolutely dedicated, and he really does have his finger on the pulse of Yankee fans. I really do appreciate what he gives to his fan base. Luis Heel is on the mound. First pitch to Gunnar Henderson is off the plate for ball 1. But I went on there last night in the chat, and I just typed in, hey, just checking, the Yankees do lead all of baseball in hitting batters, right? Because the narrative I was listening to is how the Orioles were hitting the Yankees. And, what sort of, how it's sort of fair on both sides. To which I responded, okay, are you talking about since 1954 or this year or what? And he said this year. Well, here are your stats for who's gotten hit this year. 2-0 count to Henderson is inside 3-0. So there it is. Somehow the Yankees feel like either we're even or the Orioles have done the Yankees worse than they have us. That's their narrative. There's a called strike. 3-1 the count on Gunnar. This is sort of our subscreen for the moment with Gunnar at the plate. There's a line drive and a base hit into right field. Gunnar Henderson with a leadoff single. Let's go. Has Kjerstad officially been put on the concussion IL? Yeah, Eric, that chat is wild. But look, again, I just want to make it clear that Pete over at NYY Underground, I got mad respect for Pete. I got no beef with Pete. But when Pete was basically saying that the Orioles were doing more of the damage hitting Yankee hitters, I didn't sit here and have the stats like you're looking at on the screen. As Adley Rutschman looks at a called strike, Rutschman's average is now down into the 270s, 279, 16 homers, 59 driven in. 0-1 pitch is outside corner, called strike 2. But yeah, I just had to say, Pete, like, I didn't have these stats in front of me, but like that, I don't think you're right about that. But anyway, this one's up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And you might see on social media people posting how the Orioles are, they're dirty. We're dirty. We're hitting all the best players on all the teams. And we're hitting them all in the hand. Apparently, that's the new thing, hand hunting. I've never heard of it. 1-2 to Rutschman. Check swing on a pitch inside. No swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and fouled away. That was a couple inches off the outside of the plate. Rutschman protecting with 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. Gunner at first base. So, okay, I mean, look, it's the right thing to do. And with the All-Star break, it's not like Kjerstad's missing a ton of time. Rutschman pops it up on the infield with another home run swing. Adley has got to... If Adley's wondering why his average has been dropping 15, 18 points over the last week or two, that swing right there would tell you why. That's the first out of the inning. Rutschman pops up to second base. Here's Anthony Santander. Folks, you know what to do. How about we cut this deficit in half right here? Pitch is upstairs to Tony for ball 1. Santander, 23 homers, 57 RBI, average at 234. Pitch is outside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to Santander is hit on the ground, foul off to the right. So just to put a bow on everything with this Kjerstad topic, and I'll move on for the rest of the day, is, if you're trying to hit somebody on purpose, head hunting, that is a known thing. There's an expression for it. There is no such thing as hand hunting. So if people out there are thinking the Orioles are intentionally trying to hit batters on the hand, that is just plain ridiculous. Santander with a base hit into right field. Gunnar Henderson will have to stop at second base as that ball was quickly fielded, and no need to try and test the arm there of Aaron Judge. 2 on now with only 1 out. We're going to just stay on this screen. You know why? Because this screen has the truth on it. Maybe just staring at the truth is what we need. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn batting .275. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. There's a shot of Kjerstad. He's in his uniform. sitting in the dugout right now. 1-0 the count on O'Hearn. This one is inside by an inch. 2-0 the count. Two-0 pitch. Right in there. Call it a strike. 97 miles an hour and some movement on the fastball there. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Reached for and popped up. Shallow center. Long run out for the shortstop who makes a basket catch over the shoulder. Nice play by Anthony Volpe with his back to the infield, running away. An over-the-shoulder basket catch of a Ryan O'Hearn pop-up in the shallow center. 2 down. Runner still at first and second. It's going to be up to Jordan Westberg to try to do something here. How many times have we been through this lately? Getting runners on and waiting for that big hit to get them in. It's up to Westberg in this spot, hitting .277 on the season. Henderson at second base. There goes the first pitch. Westberg goes to left center field, and Verdugo's going to catch it. Ball not hit all that well, and that's it. The Orioles have done it again. 2 men left on base. No runs can score. I can't even get it out. I can't even talk right now. Man, the All-Star break can't get here fast enough, folks. These 3 a.m. games are tough. Where's the lucky? By the way, the top button on my shirt popped off, I guess, in the laundry. I didn't notice it until I put it on. So all you ladies in Charm City chat, please contain yourselves. This is not a Magic Mike sneak peek. If you catch any of the... I'm trying to keep it closed. I got that man cleavage, you know? All right. Let's do. All right. All right. How you doing, everybody? Charm City chat. Hey, look. Hang in there, all right? I don't know what to tell you. At some point in this ball game, I'm going to rally everybody, and we're going to figure something out here. Right now, just let me take a couple of tokes here. Let me take a couple of sips off this Red Bull. Breakfast champions. Top of the second, first pitch. Trent Grisham grounds to second. Westberg with the toss to first in time, 1 down. Grayson Rodriguez, after throwing 33 pitches in the first, gets an out on 1 pitch to begin the second. Hey, did I see David in France here earlier, by the way? David in France, if you're still around, let me know, buddy. I meant to say hey to you. There's a called strike to DJ LeMahieu. LeMahieu batting 193. Next pitch is hit on the ground. Henderson with a big throw, and what a throw. Gunnar Henderson making the non-routine look rather routine as he went into the hole to get this grounder. Threw off his back foot. That throw had a bit of an arc on it. A little worried about it sailing away, but it got right there into Mountcastle's mitt. for the second out. Here's Verdugo. And he goes after the first pitch, and he pops it up. Shallow left center field, and Gunnar makes a basket catch over the shoulder. He just did what Anthony Volpe did in the last inning, except this was even more impressive. What a catch here by Gunnar. One pitch after just making another fielding play. And a quick inning, just what Grayson Rodriguez needed. All right, Yankees, if you want to make quick outs, make quick outs. We're ready to hit again. Let's go. Let's go. All I ask today, all I ask is that we put it all out there. Put it all out in the field today. I'm going to tell you this right now. If we were the type of team that says, oh, we got a batter hit, now we're going to hit your guy. Look, I felt like when Judge got hit, that probably wasn't. I mean, first of all, it's not always a case of a manager telling a player, hit this guy. Sometimes it is. Sometimes a pitcher takes it upon himself to hit a guy. When Armando Benitez plunked Tino Martinez in the back in that famous brawl from 20-something years ago, I don't think Davey Johnson, whoever was managing at the time, was telling Armando to plunk Tino Martinez in the back. I think that was just Armando Benitez doing Armando Benitez things. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Clay Holmes intentionally threw at Kjerstad. But I do know the Yankees lead the league in hitting batters, and I think that's not going to help your reputation when you're trying to point fingers at another team and accuse them of being dirty. It just doesn't really add up when you look at the receipts. I guess I am still talking about that whole situation. Okay, I'll try to put it to rest. We're in the bottom of the second. Ryan Mountcastle at the plate, and he looks at a called strike. Mounty hitting .272, 12 homers, 42 driven in. And this one is off the plate outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mountcastle did get a hit yesterday, but he also had a bit of a blunder in the field, cutting off an Anthony Santander throw from the outfield to try to cut down a runner at the plate. This one is hit off the end of the bat and is going to get caught out there by Trent Grisham. That ball was dropping quickly in center field. But Grisham on the move, able to make a catch about hip high on that fly ball from Ryan Mountcastle. 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Colton Cowser at the plate. His average is down to .217. Man, he needs to get going again. There's a called strike right down the middle. Cowser has a dozen homers, 34 driven in. He takes one low, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 to Cowser is over the plate but low, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch is just a bit inside. Cowser has a good hitter's count here, 3-1. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second, 4-0 Yankees. All 4 runs coming in the first. 3 of them coming on a 2-out, 3-run homer by Austin Wells. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed on a pitch inside. Man, Colton, what are you doing, buddy? 3-1 count. Count has gone full now. Payoff pitch to Cowser. Is low. Did he go? He did? Man, God. 3-1 count, and then Cowser swings at a bad pitch, and then Check swings himself into a strikeout on another bad pitch. Two down in the inning. Here's Austin Hayes. He hits one on the ground foul. Strike one. I tell you what, between Mullins and Cowser, somebody's got to play center field and somebody's got to hit something. 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss by Hayes, 0-2. A slider, probably half a foot outside. And Hayes went after it. Unfortunately, Hayes hitting .259, 3 homers, 14 driven in. The 0-2 is up and in, 100 miles an hour. Wow. I did not know Heel could hit triple digits, but the gun I'm looking at just read 100 on that pitch. 1-2 the count, and this one's reached for, hit up in the air, right side, and out of play. Here's a nice panoramic shot of the ballpark, and not sure what the temperature is. The bleachers out there under the scoreboard in right center, baked in sunlight, as this pitch is fouled away. 1-2 the count. So if it is a hot day, I'd probably not want to be out there. But it is a nice blue-looking sky out there. Looks like a nice day. The 1-2 pitch is a check swing, and did he go? Yes, he did. Austin Hayes strikes out. Louis Heel with a pair of strikeouts on check swings to wrap up the inning. We go to the third. My goodness. We got an 85 and we got a 90. Let's just call it 87.5. Oh, boy. Well, at least we only have to worry about Soto and Judge coming up next. So there's that. My God. I might as well go ahead and light up the special lucky now. If I knew it was going to be this kind of party, I would have done something else with the mashed potatoes. $94 in Essex. Wow. Yeah, but Alexa exaggerates. Alexa's such a chatty Cathy. Alexa's always spreading rumors, and I don't know about Alexa. She's gossipy. Always embellishing. I don't know about Alexa. Oh, the man, not even a little bit of gravy? Who doesn't want gravy? I guess we got a few other games going on at the moment. Hey, look, chairs. Hey, I know how to press Alexa's button, all right? I learned it back in middle school. What do we got here? Only one other game going on right now? Now we got a few. Why are some final? It's such a... This scoreboard is such a mess. You got games from last night mixed in with games going on right now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Phillies and A's are tied at 2. Boston up 1-0 on the Royals. Here we go. Juan Soto looks at a called strike on the outside corner to begin the top of the third. Soto grounded into a fielder's choice in the first, but he did come in to score on the Wells home run. Actually, no, he didn't. He would have been the first run to score. He came in to score. Oh, 2 pitches low to Soto. 1 ball, 2 strikes. hand hunting. Yeah, it's never been a thing, but apparently the Orioles have figured out a way to go after hands. I love it. I love the narrative that people will cook up to try to just create whatever reality they want for themselves. That's the world we live in now, folks. Just take whatever is out there and spin it. This one is fouled away. 2-2 the count. Another Philly added to the All-Star game. So tune in next week, folk, when the best players of the American League battle the Phillies. 2-2 pitch to Soto is low, full count. I'd really like to see Grayson get one out here. Leadoff man with Judge on deck. Sean, I totally believe you. In fact, that should be on our tourist brochures. That should be part of our marketing campaign. The city that reads and gives out handies. Swing and a miss. Soto goes down swinging. On a pitch up in the zone. First out here in the top of the third. Here's Aaron Judge. Man, look at the size of that strike zone for him. That is ball one to Judge. Next pitch, low and away. A lot of low and away to Aaron Judge. 2-0 the count. Swing and a miss. He went after a pitch low on the outside part of the plate. I guess Judge was just tired of not getting a pitch to hit. Oh, it's the best place to get it. It's not the most, frequent place. It's the best place. 2-1 pitch is low and outside, 3-1. Again, folks, it's all about putting that spin on it, The legend and lore of Baltimore Street. That's right. We invented the clap. Here's a line drive base hit down the left field line. Aaron Judge is going to motor into second with a one-out double. I tell you what, you just got to walk the dude. Even when he doesn't get a homer, he gets two bases off of you when you don't walk him, or if you don't walk him. That's right. We know our crabs. A lady of the night. That's right. And you better refer to her as such. As a lady. Ben Rice at the plate. Judge at second base, one out. And he fouls the first pitch back. Al Capone worked in a family business in Baltimore before going to Chicago. That seems like something I've heard before, but I can honestly say you might be telling me for the first time, because I can't. It's not the kind of info I've been carrying around with me, but I feel like I've heard that before. 0-2 the count on a swing and a miss by Rice. Oh, Sean. As long as they, get the job done. Here is a pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So just think about that, folks. Back in the early days of the 20th century, you had just a few cars floating around, people milling about in the streets. You had the likes of a kid like Babe Ruth growing up and a guy like Al Capone doing shady stuff. I think I would have been cool to hang out in Baltimore around 1912, 1913. See what was going on around then. Swing and a miss. Ben Rice on a 2-2 pitch goes after one that fell off the table. One of those Grayson changeups that falls like a curveball. It drops so much. Oh, geez. Yeah. That's right. On this day in Orioles history, the Orioles got their last hitter, or the last hit with a runner in scoring position on this date in 1908. It feels that way, doesn't it? 0-1 pitch is low to Gleyber Torres, who's 1 for 1 today. Judge is at second base with 2 down. The Yankees up 4-0. This one is pop foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's right. Man, do I need an all-star break. My body is really going through it tonight. This is tough. Here's a called strike 3. Rodriguez gets Gleyber Torres looking. Grayson's got the strikeout pitch working now. It does look like he's finally settled in here, folks. Unfortunately, if he'd just gotten out of that first inning with it 1-0 and that didn't give up that home run ball, things wouldn't feel so gloomy right now. But we got a lot of ground to make up here. 5th strikeout for Grayson through 3 innings. It's time to wake up, bat. Man, see, again, I'm waiting. It could come as early as tomorrow, for all I know. This soundboard device, which is going to take time to, like, program. I couldn't use it tomorrow if I wanted to anyway. Plus, there's a crazy early start. That's right. It's really going to be like tonight for me. So, yeah, we're not going to be seeing that in use until after the All-Star break. But, folks, really, you really want to be hearing a bunch of wacky sound effects while the Orioles are playing the way they are right now? You really want to hear a womp womp? I don't know. Hey there, Bill. How you doing? Been a while. Bill, has your absence had any correlation with the Oriole results lately? Because if so, please try and hang out a little bit more. We need all the help we can get. No drone window delivery over here on my side of the world. Not yet, anyway. That would be nice, though. I live on the 5th floor of a building without an elevator. But that's how I get some cheap exercise in, is climbing these stairs. Oh, I've been following the Euros. Gotcha. All right, folks. Ramon Arias has yet to have a plate appearance today. Boy, it seems awfully late in the ball game to get a first AB. Here he is, 0-1 the count. Next pitch is low. Ramon Arias batting .236. Drove in the run last night with a triple. I say the run because that's how the Orioles are going these days. Either they aren't scoring or they're scoring once. 2-1 the count now after this slider misses off the plate. And this one is inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Louis Heal's pitch count is not a concern at this point. This is number 40. Off the plate outside, maybe it will become an issue in this inning as he issues a first a walk to the first batter in the inning. I like this. Okay, Ramon drawing a walk. The lineup flips over. Gunnar Henderson coming up, who's already got a hit today, right? Didn't he lead off with a hit? Oh, you know what I need to bring up is the old sub screen. Let me do that over here. Henderson, first pitch swinging, grounds to second base. They go to second for the force and get the lead runner. That's all they can do, the Yankees. They get one out. First pitch, Henderson, fielder's choice, replaces Ramon Arias at first base. Come on, Gunnar. All right, I'm coming on over here now. Pardon me for a minute. Get in there. Adley Rutschman at the plate. That first pitch is right down the middle. Man, if there ever was a time to go after the first pitch, it was that one, but he takes it. 0-1 the count. Next pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adley popped up to second base his first time up. And his average has been in decline in the past 10 days to 2 weeks. Down to the 270s now. Swing and a miss. Top of the zone there from Heel. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gunnar at first, 1 down. The Orioles looking for their first run of the ball game. Looking for their second run since I don't know. They've scored how many? They've scored 2 runs on the homestand. Is that right? This pitch is low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes now in Rutschman. I mean, Jack, if you're implying that you're giving up on Gunnar and Adley now, then what's left to root for, man? Rutschman swings and misses on a pitch low and in and strikes out. 2 down in the inning. What's left, Jack? I don't... That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, are you saying that you're giving up? I didn't say, oh, you gave up. I said, are you saying? That's not me quoting you. That's me asking you. Oh, you're talking to, okay. Well, let's just, whatever. I don't know. Folks, don't give up on Gunnar and Adley for crying out loud. 2-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch is high for ball 2. 2-0 the count. All right. I got to lock back in here, folks. I got to lock back in. Henderson's at first base with 2 down. A 2-0 count on Anthony Santander. And this one is fouled off to the right. Count is 2-1. Did I just lose a sub? I really feel like I'm doing a terrible job tonight. I don't know if I can sit here and watch the sub count go down while the Orioles put up another goose egg while I'm calling a game at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's, I don't know if I can handle all of it. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So you were talking to me. Okay, well then I stand by what I said. I said, are you saying? So that's not putting words in your mouth. That's asking you to clarify what you said. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Inning over. Hey, Cujo. Yeah, I got the reference. You will travel across the world to kick my butt if I ever stop what I'm doing. I'm great, and don't let anyone tell me otherwise. Ulysses, I haven't heard from you much, but that's a hell of a way to say hello, and I appreciate it, buddy. I do. You know, look, if following a baseball team throughout a season that has its ups and downs has any parallels with, just living your own life and the ups and downs you experience, I've been there, man. I know what rock bottom feels like. I've been there a few times. And following these birds for some 40 years or whatever, I know more about being low than about being on top. I know all about it. But I don't ever give up. I don't. Again, I'm a man who believes in the underdog. I'm always rooting for the underdog. Always. And I love Baltimore Oriole fans. I really do. I love the city. I love the vibe of the city. I really do. I love the state of Maryland. I love it, man. I do. I should stop smoking pot right now. Austin Wells is at the plate. First pitch was a strike. Second pitch is a strike. Let me get back over here, folks. I just got a couple of super chats come in, and thank you so much. Zachary, my dude, I'm starting to wonder if this is even real money at this point. But another generous donation, my friend. Thank you. What he said is what Zachary said. 0-2 pitch hit on the ground. Second base side. Westberg has it. Flips to first in time. One down here in the top of the fourth. And then Ulysses came in after saying a nice comment. Then also throws in a super chat. Thank you so much, Ulysses. Nothing in the space, but he did say something there up above. Let me give you guys a couple of hearts here. Thank you so much, guys. All right, Anthony Volpe at the plate. He goes after a slider low and away and fouls it off. Volpe 0 for 1 today. Sean says, I got to say this as an Orioles fan who sat through so many bottom-dwelling years. As a broken bat foul ball here from Volpe just flies out of his hands. That bat broke right down at the handle. And Volpe will get a new piece of lumber here. Or did that bat just come flying out of his hand? I guess it did. It really looked like a broken bat in real time, but I guess that that bat just completely flew out of his hands. I'm sorry. So many bottom-dwelling years. I think it's crazy that people question a manager like Hyde. We won over 100 games last year, and we're 20 over. Look, again, I'm just going to repeat stuff that a lot of you have already heard me say a few times. 0-2 pitch to Volpe is reached for, grounded weakly to short. Gunner's got it over to first in time. 2 down here in the top of the fourth. I'm going to say this right now. All right? I'm going to give you a hypothetical. It's just a hypothetical. It's not what I want to happen. It's not what I'm even expecting to happen, okay? It's just a hypothetical. The Orioles win 100 games again, go back to the playoffs, and get swept in the division round just like they did last year. And there's a called strike to Trent Grisham. I think at that point, you have to start to figure out whether or not Brandon Hyde is a manager that can lead a team all the way to the promised land. I love Brandon Hyde. And I'm telling you right now, if Brandon Hyde lost his job tomorrow and we wound up winning a World Series 3 years from now, I would give half of the credit for that World Series team to Brandon Hyde, because he's been the guy to lead these young kids into this special team that we've been watching. Yeah, lately the results haven't been good, but overall, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We're still on pace to win 100 games here, folks. We're still on pace to win 100 games. This one's lined into right field. Santander goes into a dive. Did he trap it? And it looks like he did trap it. Anthony Santander going to ground once again. And, yeah, that ball bounces right in front of the glove. Luckily, it doesn't get by him this time. It's a 2-out single for Trent Grisham. That'll get DJ LeMahieu up at the plate. So, yeah, I think Brandon Hyde, there's different aspects to being a manager. Part of it is sort of, being a manager of your clubhouse, being a manager of, being a mentor, to every individual player on your team. 0-1 pitch to DJ LeMahieu is in there for a strike, 0-2. But what Brandon Hyde has yet to show, and I'm not saying he doesn't have it in him, he just doesn't. His sample size is just too small. He has led a team to one playoff round, and we got swept. And I don't think he made good decisions during those games. And the game 2 in particular, a really, really bad series of decisions when it came to using the bullpen. 1-2 pitch to LeMahieu is called strike 3, and the umpire gave Grayson an inch or two off the outside. That looked like it might have been off the plate, but that's another strikeout for Grayson. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 4-0 Yankees. I've already lost my train of thought about Brandon Hyde. I don't know who's talking directly to me or what, but I don't know. Maybe start your comment with BW if you're talking right to me. And sometimes I'll just go on a monologue while I'm also calling a ball game at the same time. And by the time I sit here like now with a commercial break and collect myself, I've completely forgotten where I was in relation to what you guys are saying in chat. So I don't know about that, Sean. I don't think the Rangers were unbeatable. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, what are we saying? It's just one team is the team of destiny when we get to October, and hopefully it'll be us this year. We'll play like the Rangers did at the right time. I hope. I don't know. See, now we're moving on to football talk. Hey, Shantae, how you doing? Is my AC... Oh, boy. Yep, everything's falling apart around me. My air conditioner is now starting to leak water. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. He pops one up on the left side, out of play, foul. He took a first pitch up and away for ball 1, and the count is now 1-1. O'Hearn popped out his first time up back in the first inning. Hoping to get on here and start a rally. This one's hit to left field. Verdugo backing up, still backing up, and it's off of his glove. And O'Hearn is hitting second base. He's turning for third. Here comes the throw. He is in there. Ryan O'Hearn with a leadoff triple. Let's go. Turn and burn all the way to third. His second three-bagger of the season. Going opposite field with power to the deepest left field in all of baseball. Verdugo, outstretched with the glove, nearly got onto it. Might have even touched it. All right, folks. A runner at third, nobody out. Get him in. Here's Westberg. He takes a called strike, top of the zone at 99 miles an hour. I mean, folks, doesn't it feel like if we can just open that faucet just a little bit, it's going to just start pouring out? This one's off the plate outside, 1-1 the count. That's how it feels to me. I mean, this is like 30 minutes after you take some of that digestive medicine. You are ready to explode. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Come on, Westy. 98. Top of the zone, maybe an inch or two above. 1-2 the count. The pitch. He strikes out. 100-mile-an-hour heater from heel. 1 out, runner at third. I mean, I'm refusing. I'm refusing to leave this inning without scoring runs. So Ryan Mountcastle is going to have to drive in Ryan O'Hearn. He hits it on the ground. This will drive in a run. Mountcastle grounds out to short for an RBI, and the Orioles are on the board. It's not the most exciting way to score a run. It's only the third run we've scored in like a week. But, hey, it's something, and we're on the board. It's something to build off of here. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Colton Cowser. First pitch to him is up and away for ball 1. Man, this thing is leaking, and I've got my poster right underneath it. My poster's going to get destroyed. The one little piece of memorabilia that I got out here to... It's half the size I thought it was. My head blocks it half the time anyway. And now it's just going to get destroyed by my leaking air conditioner unit. Ain't that... how it goes. 1-1 the count on Colton Cowser. Come on, buddy. Get on base. This one's upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Heels on 62 pitches here with 2 down in the 4th. The man I actually... First of all, where am I moving it where it's any more prominently displayed? Because, I mean, over here, this pitch is high. 3-1 the count. I really can't move anything, guys. That's all I can really say. Yeah, and Elgood, I've been telling the house lady about that. It's time to do it again. They just don't understand why it has to be done so often. I guess, I don't know. I have it on every day, and that's what I do. This one's hit on the ground by Cowser and through on the right side. It gets past Gleyber Torres at second base. I don't know why he wasn't able to at least keep this ball from going through to the outfield. He might not have been able to make the play. He went to ground and just sort of tumbled over. Base hit for Cowser. Man, did he need that. 2 down. He's on at first base. Austin Hayes up next. I mean, I already turned it off, and it's still leaking. Is it a matter of cleaning the filter, or can I just empty out the water and then roll with what I got here? This pitch is off the plate. The poster is like laminated in a way that like, but it's getting warped. That's the problem. It's getting warped from the condensation. 1-0 pitch to Hayes is pop foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-out rallies make me feel kind of funny. It's like climbing the rope in gym class. Gotcha, Elgood. I'll let the house lady know it's time to change the filter. This one is pop foul off to the right. Elgood, tell me this. If I change the filter, the built-up water in there now, will it just start to dissipate? Or does it still need to get emptied along with changing the filter? And is that a job I can do myself? Because I'm really tired of waiting on the professional help. 1-2 pitch to Hayes is upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So if you just change the filter, the water that's built up doesn't just start to gradually go down through the filtration. This is a line drive base hit left field by Austin Hayes. The 2-out rally continues. It's going to bring the tying run to the plate. Hayes with a base hit to left. Cowser moves to second. Let's lock in here. Come on, let's just keep the hits. Let's keep the hits coming like the 70s, baby. Well, Elgood, get into my Discord, and I might put you like on like my video chat and have you like walk me through it, Elgood, on another day, like tomorrow maybe, over the All-Star break. Would you be willing to do that, Elgood? Because honestly, I need help. I'm out here on my own, living out here in bum F. You know? Can somebody toss a Discord link into the chat? And Elgood, please pop in there, say hey. We'll DM. You help me get through this thing, Elgood. Help BW out, please. Ramon Urias coming up to the plate. Oh, that would be great, Elgood, honestly. There's the link. Get in there, say hello in the main area, and then I'll friend you, and then we'll talk about it, all right? Elgood is the man. Elgood's going to help me out. Take care of this myself. Swing and a miss, Ramon Urias on the first pitch. Fantastic. All right, folks, let's go. Tying run at the plate, 2 down. First and second. 4-1 New York in the bottom of the 4th. Should I? This one is hit foul behind the plate. All right. See, the problem with the subscreen is that today I've had a grand total of -1 subscribers. That's the problem with the subscreen. It's a little depressing for me right now. 0-2 the count on Ramon Urias. The pitch is hit on the ground left side. Third baseman LeMahieu will throw to first and in the inning. The Orioles strand 2 more runners. 5 men left on base through 4 innings, but they do get a run. They get one. They get one. What are the temps like here? It's pretty much 84 degrees at night and 88 degrees during the day. With maybe it getting as low as upper 70s at night and as high as mid 90s in the day. Every day, all year. As far as temperature goes, there's really no seasons here. There are rain seasons and non-rain seasons, but there are no real temporal seasons. Up in the northern parts, like Chiang Mai area, you get a little bit more of the chilly weather certain parts of the year, but over here in the Gulf, it's pretty much like, I don't know, like, say, Key West. It's pretty much just the same all year round. I do, Sean. I miss the hell out of fall. Fall's my favorite time of year. Absolutely. I love the weather. I love the natural landscape, especially in, from, Maryland, the mid-Atlantic. Leaves changing color. Brisk air. I like air to be brisk. I don't know about you. Voodoo spells. I think I was trying to do that not long ago. It wasn't working out for me. I'm going to have to crank this fan now because I'm going to have another lucky. I've had my air con off. Hold on a sec. Alex Verdugo at the plate. First pitch is a strike. We're in the top of the fifth. Yankees ahead 4-1. Next pitch hit on the ground, second base. Gobbled up by Westberg over to first in time, one away. Oh, I feel so much better. I'm so stupid. Why didn't I just turn this fan on high and point it in my direction 20 minutes ago? One out here in the top of the fifth. Plenty of time to go in this ball game, folks, and Grayson Rodriguez has settled in nicely after that first inning. Juan Soto fouls one off to the right. Soto is 0 for 2 today. It's always interesting when you see the box score on the screen when they list a fielder's choice and then a strikeout, as he hits one deep to center field and that ball's gone. Juan Soto absolutely hit the ever-living tar out of the baseball to dead center field. And the Yankees get that run right back. It's now 5-1. '23rd home run of the season for Soto. 112 off the bat. It goes 426 feet. According to the StatCast on the broadcast, on the Yahoo page, they're saying 446. I don't think it went that far. I'll give him 430 on that at most. Aaron Judge takes a pitch low and away, and he apparently went around on that swing, and the count is 0-1. Man, we finally get a run, and we give it right back. 1-1 the count now on a pitch low and away. Oh, is the Discord link not working? Oh, it did work. Elgood saying it worked. 2-1 the count. The pitch is fouled away off to the left. By the way, did Zachary come back and put another? Did I just totally? Or was that yesterday? Okay, I'm just. I tell you, Zachary's so generous. I just had a what do you call it? A deja vu. I wasn't sure if he had just sent a second one, but that was yesterday, and I felt like, oh, I haven't said. Man, Judge just got into one. Good Lord, where is this gonna land? Back-to-back home runs from Soto and Judge. The Yankees lead at 6-1. A request to the mods in the chat today. If Yankee fans start showing up and, start strutting their chest or whatever, just get rid of them. I can't. I'm done. I can't. I can't. Ben Rice at the plate, ball one. Ball two, another one off the plate outside from Grayson. Right now, Brandon Hyde looks like he's just sitting on the shitter. What are you doing, Brandon? This one is low and in, check swing, but Rice went around, 2-1 the count. Jen, you're the only one here? All right, well, we've got each other, Janet. There's Zachary. So is this deja vu or not? Am I living a reality? 2-2 the count on a called strike to Ben Rice. One out in the top of the fifth. 6-1 Yankees. Zachary, my friend. All I can say is, I can't stop saying it's so very generous of you to do that, and believe me, it's very helpful for me. Good Lord. You guys are so generous. Swing and a miss. Rice goes down swinging for the second out here in the top of the fifth. Let me address Zachary again here first there, Baltimore. Zachary, once again, look, Zachary, it's really, really nice. And I just want to let you know that your generosity is so overwhelming that I feel almost weird about it. Like, you can space it out if you want, or I don't know. How do I say this without ruining my own, I don't know. You're doing great, Zachary. This ball is hit down the right field line, and it's a double for Gleyber Torres. Jesus. Okay. Grayson's done. 15th double for Torres as the Yankees are starting to hit Grayson hard here in the top of the fifth. Back-to-back homers and now a double. I mean, it's over for Grayson. Here's Austin Wells, who's already got a 3-run homer today. I mean, is anybody even up? Are we gonna? Here comes Drew French. I'm sitting here going like, when are we going to intervene? Finally, intervention is on the way. Baltimore football history, thank you so much for the super chat as well. All I can give now, BW, Biden and all. A political name. We try not to even get into all that stuff here in the Charm City chat, but just a name drop is fine. And thank you for the $2 donation, my friend, or $2, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much a donation. Let me wait a minute. Oh, don't let my cursor start screwing up again. I'm missing some other comments in here. Be vigilant, says the man. I keep waiting to the 5th or 6th inning to look in on the game, and every day I wish I'd never showed up. I know, Verve. Just hang in there, buddy. It might take until after the All-Star break before we can get it together, but there's no way we're going to be playing like this for the final 75 games. 6-1 Yankees. Austin Wells at the plate with 2 down, runner at second. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Zachary. What are you Again, I don't know if this is real. I'm going to have to... I don't even know if it's real. Grayson had settled down well. Here's a line drive to first. On a bounce, Mountcastle will take it to the bag and end the inning. And flips the ball up into the stands. The Yankees add on a couple of runs and make it 6-1 after the Orioles had scored a run to finally fight back a little bit here on the board. The Yankees respond with a pair, and now we're trailing by our largest deficit yet, 5, going into the bottom of the 5th. The AC pulls the humidity out of the air and collects it in the unit and then uses gravity to drain it outside. Yeah, and that's why I'm wondering, Dan, like, does it get to a point where the AC unit is working so hard that the water that's collecting just isn't draining fast enough? And that's why the filter is blocking it or something? That's what I'm saying. If I clean the filter, wouldn't the water just start to go down without me having to actually empty the whole water? Because I think the filter is just it's just like a pull-out thing, and you just push it right back in. It's like taking a drawer and sticking something in and putting the drawer right back in. But emptying the water tank, I've seen it done. I don't really know how to do it. It looks like you need some tools to do it. I don't know if they want me opening it up like that. I don't know if that breaks my, being a tenant here. I don't know if I'm even allowed to do that. Zachary, I expect nothing, just enjoying what happened. The content, and honestly, I've been killing it with the bets, listening to this while betting. LOL, Bidenomics be taking the money. Again, another political mention. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, buddy, I'm happy for you that you're doing well, man. Just, again, you know how betting can be, man. It's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster ride, my friend. Just be careful, man. The closest I can get to betting is playing poker. That's my form of betting. Here is Gunnar Henderson. He takes a called strike. Folks, we'll go over here because, we've got traditions. Hey, a couple of new subs. Thank you so much. Gunnar 1 for 2 today with a single and a fielder's choice. This pitch is well off the plate. Louis Heel is out here for his 5th inning of work. That was pitch number 74 today. Whoops, sorry. Is my cursor starting to act up again? 2-1 the count now to Gunnar. Just trying to get through everything here in chat. I didn't see anybody getting warmed up for the Orioles. They have yet to show me the bullpen. 2-1 pitch is low. 3-1 to Henderson. BW, you got to name the new chair Zach. Oh, you know what? All right, that makes sense. Yeah, you know what, Zach? That's what I'll do. I'll name the new chair in your honor. The Zach chair. This one's hit into center field. Going back is Grisham, and he makes the catch as he gets onto the warning track. A couple of steps before the track, Gunnar flies out about 375, 380 feet away. Oh, boy. This team has to figure out some small ball, or as you're intimating, BW. We hit a good hitting team in October. I don't know what that last part means. We hit a good hitting team in October. Man, look at the crowd, man. This place is packed. You at least want the game to be competitive here. Here's Adley Rutschman. He takes off the plate outside for ball 1. Rutschman 0 for 2 today. A pop out and a strikeout. He really needs to just get down to basics here. I mean, come on, Adley. Base is empty, 1 down. You're not going to be able to hit a 5-run homer. Just try to hit it on the line. You've got a great swing. You got a good eye at the plate. Do something with this at-bat. Comebacker over the mound, fielded by Volpe. And, wow, Volpe is good. Rutschman is retired on a weakly hit grounder up the middle. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Anthony Santander up next. The filter in the drain. Well, that's normally the procedure, Zachary. But to do it requires a maintenance person to come over, and they've had the last time they came over was only like 3 months ago. I think they're trying to tell me it should only have to be cleaned like twice a year. So if I'm needing it done like every 3 months, I feel like they're going to be annoyed with that. But what am I supposed to do about it? Anthony Santander takes one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. I guess we go back over here for now. Come on with this scoreboard. Up and away to Tony. 2-1 the count. Dan says, BW, check the message I sent above. The filter is for the air. The water path is separate. Okay. Above here. Above here? Right. Yeah, I read that. This one's popped up to left field by Tony, and it's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Verdugo makes the catch in left. The Orioles do not score again. We go to the 6th. The Yankees ahead 6-1. Jacob Webb is warming up. Thank you, Braun Guy 25. I see you there a second time. Sorry, I'm so far behind everybody. Bet responsibly. That is. Oh, we're quoting Kant. Opening. The man. You'll have to go to my OnlyFans page for that photograph, okay? Boy. Guys, honestly, it is getting near me going, go right ahead and just talk whatever 4-letter words you're in the mood for, as long as it isn't hate speech and what have you, or it isn't directly insulting anybody else. If you want to get a little loose with the language, go ahead. I feel it. I'm trying to represent the mood of the fan base, okay, as best I can. I'm trying to be a rallier and a cheerleader and a voice of reason, but I also want to reflect what the vibe is. And the vibe is right now is, yeah, we're all fed up. We are all frustrated. I mean, this is our most bitter rival. You just want to see us do better. And I feel you. So if you need to get something out, go ahead. Today's the day to do it. You have to clean it out with bleach. The humidity here actually isn't terribly high, Dan. I mean, at least versus the Atlantic coast line, the eastern seaboard of the U.S., I think it's less humid. I mean, I feel it to be less humid here. And it's hot, but not as it's humid, but not as humid. At least that's been my experience. Okay, Jacob Webb is on the mound, as was reported earlier, and thank you for that, folks. Anthony Volpe is at the plate. First pitch is a slider off the plate for ball 1. Next one's a fastball right down the chute for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Anthony Volpe. Jacob Webb making his 45th appearance of the season. He's got a healthy ERA of 2.66. Don't feel like people give Webb enough credit for the job he's been doing this season. This one's fouled away by Volpe. 1 ball and 2 strike. Well, I mean, everybody can say what their reason is, Dan, but I mean, the overarching reason that fits under the umbrella for everybody is that the results have been bad. And why they've been bad, there's a lot of things to point to, and I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to say the overall, no matter how you look at it, it doesn't feel good right now to watch the product on the field. We're just waiting for things to get better, and that's what we're going to do as fans, because we're going to stick with this team. Ain't no way I'm bailing on this team. This interesting replay on a foul ball behind home plate that apparently just bounced off a spectator's head. How are you not seeing a ball in foul ground when you're 10 feet away. Here's another foul ball by Volpe, hit off to the left. A ball and 2 strikes leading off the top of the 6th. Yeah, there ain't no bell. I didn't hear no bell. Hey, Melanie. Folks, it's going to be fine. Melanie's here. She's going to bring us the luck we need. Volpe with a swing and a foul ball behind the plate. BW, you can't win them all. It's all good. Whoops, that just went away. Zachary, what are you doing? The Yanks, Sun Mamones, and hey, a day of baseball. It's better than a day without it, even if we're losing. This ball is fouled again. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Volpe. Webb trying to find a put-away pitch. He's thrown 8 pitches, still sitting on a 1-2 count. Volpe just fouling everything away right now. Here's one fouled off to the right. 9 pitches in the at-bat. And again, it's only 1-2. Webb has only missed off the zone once. Keegan Aiken, the lefty, getting loose right now. One-two pitch is lifted into center, and first moving to his right and then coming in is Colton Cowser to make the catch. Looks like Cowser misread that off the bat for a brief moment, but then recovered and made the catch without too much worry. 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Again, Zachary, this game ain't over. It ain't over. Look, I'm all in it. I'm here. I'm here. And thank you so much again. Oh, no, not the cursor. Not the dreaded cursor. No. God, no. Don't do this to me now. Come on, man. Calm down. Good Lord. What are you doing, buddy? All right. Look. You know what? All right. Just give me one more thing back up here. There you go. All right. I'm not moving a thing. I can't even scroll down chat right now because right now I can see the game. I can see at least some of the chat, and I can see the scoreboard. DJ LeMahieu at the plate. Bases empty, 2 down. And the first pitch to him is low and in for ball 1. All right, I'm going to try and move this cursor. Come on, just move over here a little bit and then scroll. Why are you doing that? Why do you do that? I didn't ask for that. I don't want that. I just want this to move. Can I? No, that's going to scroll there. Okay, thanks. I swear. No, I'm not. What? Good Lord. Just scroll for the love of all that's holy. People, I'm at the end of my rope. I'm at the end of my rope, man. I'm just trying to move the chat down a little bit. Just a touch. Please. I mean, is this just rock bottom, folks? If this doesn't reflect where the Orioles are right now, I don't know what does. LeMahieu with a 2-2 count. And this one is popped up and out of play. My goodness, just let me scroll this down. Thank you. Unbelievable. This cursor, just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right there. Thank you. Don't move. Thank you. Holy cow. Full count on LeMahieu. I'm about to lose it, folks. I'm about to create a new GIF that's going to stand the test of time. Ball 4 on a pitch high to LeMahieu. Oh, my God. Pitching change. Aiken's coming out. Elgood with the line of the day. Our parrots' heads are falling off. Have you ever had more fun watching somebody try to scroll on their computer? I'm going to try to move it right now again. I'm going to dare do it because I don't have my software up for the stream. That is still not up on my second screen right now. This cursor, it's just it's sentient. It is taking on a life of its own. It does what it wants. It's like my pecker when I was 13. It just does what it wants. I have zero control. All right. There's my software. All right. I know that my microphone is working. That's good news. Problem is, it's now overlaying half the screen of the ball game, which means I now have to move the cursor over off to the right and try and get that back. And now that happened. Okay. Not what I wanted. Not a bad first try. I can't. I just can't. I mean, you're moving to the left. It's like it won't move to the right. Okay, it's moving a little bit now. Come on. You're right. You know what? And I'm going to have to refresh this game anyway because it's near the 2-hour mark. So that needs to happen soon. That should be fun. Keegan Aiken is on the mound, folks. Oh, my God. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just shut the damn laptop and open it again and hope the stream doesn't mess up. See you in a sec. Oh, my God almighty. You got to be kidding me, folks. You got to be kidding me. No, I don't want to open up my sticky notes. Oh, my goodness gracious. Alex Verdugo is at the plate. 2 down, runner at first. He's got a 1-2 count. And the pitch from Aiken is in the dirt, 2-2. I am so sorry, everybody. I am so sorry. I mean, look, I'm getting a new computer. That's the best thing I can tell you. This touchpad thing was an issue 2 months ago. It went on for like a few days, and then it finally just worked itself out. I got a couple more months out of it, and now it's back to acting like this again. 2-2 pitches fouled away by Verdugo. We'll do it again. 6-1 Yankees in the top of the 6th. Second game of a 3-game series. Tomorrow, the final game before the All-Star break. There's a shot of Mike Elias in the in a box of some sort. Normally he's sitting down in the stands. But, man, he had a big old laugh going on. I tell you what, if Mike Elias is that happy right now, then what am I freaking out about? You know, give me a lucky. Give me another lucky. What am I freaking out for? Jesus. I mean, Mike Elias is having a great day. 2-2 the count on Verdugo. There's a shot of one of the swing and a miss. Verdugo strikes out. Aiken gets him on a fastball on the outside. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Yankees 6, Orioles 1, and a cameraman in the stands is blocking the path of a vendor trying to sell probably about 50 gallons worth of lemonade. And the vendor had a look on his face that said, "Get the hell out of my way, cameraman. I'm trying to work." Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Oh, damn. A better yet, a Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Try to play me out as if my name was Sega. Up, and there it is, the 2-hour mark. Time to refresh. During a commercial, too. How about that? Cursor seems to be working okay again for a brief moment. Going out and running in the 105-degree heat is less torturous than watching the O's swing away when they can't hit with runners in scoring position. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what is more painful right now than watching the Orioles offense. I'm trying to think what's more painful. Well, not trigeminal neuralgia. That's still number one. Not much. Here's Ryan O'Hearn to start the bottom of the 6th. The Orioles are down by 5. Let's go. We still got 4 innings at the plate, you know. Louis Heel still on the mound. This pitch is outside. 1-1 the count. Heel is on 85 pitches. And a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. I've honestly lost track after that whole cursor fiasco with what the hell is going on. 1-2 the count on Ryan O'Hearn. And the pitch is hit in the air, center field. Going back is Grisham, but he's got room. And he makes the catch about 380 feet away. Wrong part of the yard. A 380-foot out to begin the bottom of the 6th. Cousins, the right-hander for the Yankees, is getting loose in their bullpen. We're back to Dumb and Dumber quotes. This one's line foul by Jordan Westberg off to the right. Westberg is 0 for 2 today. It's been a frustrating day at the plate for him. The cursor has a contact high. This one's fouled away. Westberg's in an 0-2 hole. The thing is, I don't know what to do, and the throw stuff and get the team to wake up thing, like, it needed to happen after that second shutout to the Cubs before this series started. I mean, what are we going to do to have a pep talk when we got one game before a break? The pep talk's got to come over the break. I mean, we're in it right now. We're in this thing. We got to figure it out. And then regroup. 2-2 the count on Westberg. I know it hasn't happened yet, and it's really frustrating as Westberg strikes out again. Louis Hill has struck out Westberg on that slider for at least the second time today. Westberg 0 for 3. And he cannot hit that pitch. Against the Astros? Again, I felt during that downtime when we lost 5 in a row, I was not nearly as nervous or worried about the state of affairs as I am with this current streak. And this is going, and I know now we're about to, if we don't come back, we're going to have another streak that's nearing 5, but let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would be another 5-game losing streak if we lose today. But me worrying about this current streak started after like the second loss. Swing and a miss by Mountcastle and the inning is over. Like, there was just stuff with this current 5-game drought that was way more glaringly wrong than what went wrong in the 5 games we lost between Houston and Cleveland. I mean, there were definite mistakes with the Houston and Cleveland series. Definitely things to point at. But I wasn't sitting there going, man, we are struggling. And the biggest example is that game where Houston went up like 15-2 and we came back and put 11 runs on the board. That was us showing, hey, even if we lost this game, we're never out of it and we're never going to stop trying. I see something like that and I'm not worried because it's a long season. This current stretch, it goes back to Oakland. It goes back even before that. But it was, man, that 19 runs given up to Oakland. We come back, we win the game on Sunday. Good for us. And then we come back home and look like this. I mean, this is as bad as it has looked this year, right here and now. But it can't last forever, folks. It cannot last forever. It's just impossible. I don't know why. And again, that's my biggest complaint following it. Once we got shut out the first time against the Cubs, the next day Brandon Hyde put out a lineup that looked exactly the same. The only difference was Cowser and Mullins switched out for each other, which is basically swapping out, Sweet and Low for Splenda or something. You're getting the same stuff. And to see him basically not try to shake things up then and then just go out and get shut out again, it's like, what are we doing? Soto, first pitch, pops it up on the left side and foul ground. It'll bounce out of reach of Ramon Arias for strike 1. We are in the top of the 7th now. The Yankees ahead 6-1. Juan Soto at the plate. He hit a giant homer his last time up. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. Keegan Aiken's still out there on the mound. He's only thrown 9 pitches since he's come on. Cedric Mullins, by the way, is in center field now in place of Colton Cowser. And I'm not sure why. There's a called strike. Did Mullins just flat out defensive replace? Mullins. Okay, so they're replacing. This is strange. Okay. So Hayes is out of the ball game. Mullins replaces Hayes in the lineup, and Cowser shifts over to left field. Mullins in center. 2-2 the count. Now on Juan Soto. Yankees now have a lefty up in their pen. This is a ball that's lined toward the left side of the infield where the only player over there is Ramon Arias. He makes the catch. The Orioles with the heavy shift on for Soto, the pull to the right. He goes opposite on the infield. And luckily, Ramon Arias was in the right place to make that catch. Here's Aaron Judge now. Let's just pitch around this guy. This one is low for ball 1. Next pitch is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. By the way, folks, I mean, we're getting at the stage of a ball game and the way that things have gone that if the Orioles were the sort of dirty team that was going to retaliate like the Yankee fans and announcers and everybody were expecting us to do, well, why haven't we done it? No, we weren't. We were trying, hopefully, to respond in a way by playing better than them, and we haven't so far. 3-0 pitch to Judge is in there, and now it's 3-1. And, there's some teams out there who'd be like, well, damn, we we're still getting our butts kicked, and after what happened yesterday, I'm so fed up, and I'm just going to plunk somebody. Well, we haven't done that. And I'm proud of our team for, as bad as things are going, we're not sitting here and taking it out by retaliating in a way that just lowers our class to that of New York's, which is a level of class your boy ain't happy being in. 3-2 the count on Aaron Judge. And he strikes out. Keegan Aiken, top of the zone, striking out Judge. Get some. Get some, Keegan. I thought we would respond better than this too, and there's still some time left in the ball game. Here's Ben Rice. First pitch is low in the dirt, ball 1. Top of the zone to you, Keegan. Irish Spring deodorant soap. Here's the 1-0 to Rice. It's upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a couple of cute kids sitting right underneath is that the Jim Palmer statue? I love the cutaway shots to the fans. 2-0 pitch is foul back, 2-1 the count. Yes, Cantankerous. 2 fingers, please. I'll have some. I would love to do a shot on air right now. This one is low and away to Rice, and the count now is... I just realized, by the way, when I put my laptop back on, it's probably not quite adjusted right. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, bartender, another round, please. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Top of the zone with the fastball from Aiken. I noticed Grayson Rodriguez was blowing on his fingertips earlier, and Aiken just did the same. I thought that was a move you do in cold weather because you're not feeling that. You're not feeling it in your tips. Isn't it a warm day? What's with all the fingertip blowing? There's ball 4. Ben Rice gets a 2-out walk. Thank you, Cantankerous. Gleyber Torres takes a called strike that was certainly outside. Gleyber just hangs his head and gets back into a hitting stance. 0-1 count. Runner at first, 2 down. And this one's fouled back. Is that it, Nicholas? Oh, 2 count on Torres. The pitch is fouled straight back. So straight that it bounces all the way back to Keegan Aiken. All right, the 0-2 pitch is lifted in the air to left, and it's going to dunk in there for a base hit. Torres just reached the bat head out and served it into left field for a 2-out single. 2 men on now. Rice at second, Torres at first. So Aiken was able to get Soto and Judge, and now puts on Rice and Torres. That'll bring up Austin Wells, who's what do you call that, war paint stuff that you wear? It's on him like clown makeup right now. Austin Wells. Want to know the count on Wells. Swing and a miss on a slider at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, he looks like a lady who just broke up with her boyfriend and wears too much eyeliner. It's just bleeding all over the place. 1-1 pitch is low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Natoli, the new call-up right-hander getting loose for Baltimore. This pitch is a called strike. Inside corner, bottom of the zone. Wells turned around. Had a complaint, but that pitch did catch the zone there. Why do I think we're in this rut? Here's a called strike 3. Keegan Aiken does give up a couple of base runners in the inning, but he also was able to get the likes of Soto and Judge out and pitches a scoreless top of the 7th. It is 7th inning stretch time here in Baltimore, folks. 5 runs down, and we got the bottom of the order coming up. Where's the hope? I don't know. Maybe John Denver can help out. Folks, somebody grab the syrup because I'm throwing some cakes on the griddle. See, my cursor works fine when I want to throw cakes on the griddle. I mean, here's what I'll say. Why the funk? Why the funk? I think it's a combination of things. I think it's, I don't know. Maybe we were playing a little bit above our, I mean, folks, we were leading the league in home. We were playing an offense that was leading the league in a lot of categories, and none of it was expected. I mean, we were expecting to be a good team and compete for the division and hopefully get somewhere near another 100 wins. But I don't think any of us were expecting this offense through the first 2.5 months of the season to be right up there as one of, if not the best offenses in baseball. I mean, we were sitting there looking at a lineup where the top 7 guys in the order were on pace to hit over 20 home runs. And, so when you have a team that's playing like that, it's sort of hard to sit there, even though there are some issues going on within the winning that's happening. You can see some other issues. I go, well, if we didn't hit that home run, then there's a lot of things that could have made us lose this ball. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like those issues are now like more magnified because we're just in a hitting slump altogether. Everything's just magnified right now, and it can't keep going like this. I don't mean that in a like esoteric way. I mean like it just statistically can't keep going like this. Here's Mike Elias having a chat on screen right now. I can't hear what he's saying, but maybe if any of you are listening in on Elias, he can report back what he's talking about. I'd be interested to know. Yeah, I mean, it's contagious. It is contagious. It's kind of like that Weezer song, if you want to destroy my sweater, pull this thread as I walk away. You just pull on that thread on a sweater and you feel like, well, you can fix the problem. If I just pull it here and then just yank it off, it'll be gone. But you just keep tugging at it and then you're just unraveling, just a sweater that's unraveling here. Tim Hill, left-handed pitcher on the mound. Colton Cowser goes after the 0-1 pitch and hits it over the shortstop into left center field for a leadoff single, his second hit of the ball game. And for Cowser, 2 reasons to get excited. When's the last time he's had 2 hits in a game? And when's the last time he sat there and just served one into the opposite field like that? It's good to see him go the other way. That's usually a good sign that you're getting out of a funk. Here's Ced Mullins. He takes a called strike. Leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 7th. Mullins at the plate in place of Austin Hayes. His first trip to the plate today, hitting .212, 9 homers, 29 driven in. And he reaches for one that was inside and fouls it off. Set in the hole 0-2. Richard Simmons passed away. Oh, man. I mean, he was a character. He was quite the character. The YouTube show I used to do, where we used to poke a lot of fun at a bunch of content out there, we would talk about Richard Simmons from time to time. 0-2 pitch is hit on the ground, and they go to second for the force. That's the only play the Yankees can make on a weakly hit ground ball by Mullins. It's going to be a fielder's choice as he takes first base, 1 down. Dr. Ruth, I'll be honest with you, I had no idea Dr. Ruth was still alive. She has to be 98 years old at least, right? The Sweater Song, that's right. All right, Ramon Arias is up here now. 1 on, 1 out. He drew a walk back in the 3rd. Grounded out the 3rd and the 4th. 0 for 1 with the walk. 96. Okay, that's a good long life. Here's a fly ball to center field. It's an easy play for Trent Grisham. 2 down. That'll get Gunnar Henderson up. What over here? Man, the subs today. This series, guys. Look at this series. Wow, Mike Elias' shirt is open more than mine is. That's a called strike to Henderson on a pitch that was inside. Man, oh man. Now we're going to start getting bad calls. Gunnar is 1 for 3 today. Next pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. The thing with Richard Simmons that I used to love making fun of is the deal-a-meal. This one is low and in for ball 1. It ain't the umps. Did I make the statement that the Orioles are losing today because we've got bad calls? I'm just telling you that last pitch was not called correctly. I'm not sitting here claiming that it's the umpire's fault that we're losing, if that's what you're implying. This pitch is outside, 2-2 the count. Yeah, for me it was the Deal-A-Meal program. You guys remember Deal-A-Meal? 2-2 pitch is fouled at the plate. We'll do it again. It was a great idea, you see. It's a diet program where you paid a bunch of money to get a little wallet with some cards in it. And then you'd eat something, and then you'd take a card from one side of the wallet and put it over on the other side of the wallet. And then you'd eat something else and move another card over. Comebacker to the pitcher. And this one is, wow. Hill throws an absolute fastball to first base to get the final out here in the 7th. A comebacker to the pitcher. And that'll do it for the Orioles. We go to the 8th. 6-1 Yankees. Man, oh man. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I mean, it feels like we're doing so poorly that it's got to be a combination. Yeah, maybe there is a a sort of scouting report on us right now where everybody's got their hands on it. They've got the recipe to shut us down, and it's working. But I don't buy that to explain how we're doing this bad offensively. That might make us, tone down the home runs a bit. That might make us have our stats dip a little. Maybe turn a couple would-be losses into wins or vice versa for the other team. But it can't. Nothing can explain in terms of the opponent's approach and pitching to us. An offense this anemic right now. This is just plain. This is a slump. It's a culmination of everything. Ugh. I mean, for the most part, we're looking at the same players that were out there playing last year. And last year, we were a different team offensively. Do you remember when it was all about going first to third on a hit to right field or something? It was all about going first to third, getting first to third, taking that extra base. Just there was just a dynamic presence, not just at the plate but on the base paths. That was upset me with the first game against the Yankees. I mean, I know Kerstad got a steal, but we should have, everybody that got on base with Trevino behind the plate, we should have been running. And we weren't running like we used to run. All right, I guess we have the debut here of Natoli. It's not just for breakfast. 0-1 pitch is off the plate, 1-1 the count. Vince, right? Vince Natoli. That's the first. Vinny. Call him Vinny if you want. Hey, Vinny. Hey, Vinny Natoli. You know what? Hey, what better guy to strike out a Yankee than a guy named Vinny Natoli, huh? Hey, here's the 1-1. It's foul back. Hey, new subscriber. How are you, huh? What's new with you? What? Would somebody remove this comment this clearly cannot be true, all right? Come back when that's confirmed, okay? Are you kidding me? I think there would be an interruption in the ball game if that were true there, my friend. This ball is hit on the ground towards second base, and Volpe will be retired. Hey, Vinny Natoli. He's got his first out as a Baltimore Oriole, huh? Okay, but the person that was mentioned in the previous comment was not shot. Correct? What is going on? What is going on? Is this it? Is this the apocalypse? I was kind of hoping the Orioles could maybe win one World Series before everything just went completely to crap. That was kind of my hope. There's a strike to Trent Grisham. Somebody shot at the Republican nominee for POTUS. Somebody shot at him. Well, I can turn on the news, and I apologize to the person. Person, for reporting that. I apologize. You have to understand, I've never seen you in chat before. You make a statement like that to me, again, it feels like were it to be true, that there would be an interruption in this broadcast and at least just a 10-second announcement of something of that magnitude. Here's a fly ball to right field by Grisham, caught by Santander. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. The repercussions of this. Holy I'm watching a mother right now with her 2 infant children playing in a little pebble area back in the picnic area behind the ballpark, you know? Just trying to think about back home. Trying to think about a country that I used to know and had to leave because it's just too crazy over there. It's too crazy for me. I can't do it. I can't do it. 0-2 on DJ LeMahieu. 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 8th. 6-1 Yankees. This one's hit to right field. Santander coming in hard. He makes a diving catch and a beauty. A head-first slide. A wonderful catch by Anthony Santander to end the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-1 Yankees. Folks, all I'm going to ask is that this is news, and I'm not going to sit here and say ignore it. All I'll say is just try to keep it civil, okay? That's all I've been saying. Holy cow. I'll call the game, folks. I'm going to have to go off screen for a minute. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, Card. That's what I'm worried about. I don't want anybody getting shot. I don't care what side you're on. As much of a feeling as I have about certain people, I don't want anybody getting shot. Because I know what the reaction is going to be, and it's going to be terrible. It's only going to make things worse. I can't deal with it anymore. I can't do it. That's why I live over here, folks. I can't do it anymore. Adley Rutschman at the plate, 0-1 the count. I just can't. I got a health condition. I don't know how long I got to live, folks. I can't be spending it over there dealing with that anymore. I can't do it. 1-1 the count. This ball's fouled off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I apologize for not being able to maintain my composure. I understand if people want to check out, that's fine. Just ask you to understand it's difficult for me. I'm sure it's difficult for a lot of people. This one is fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes still, and Adley Rutschman leading off the bottom of the 8th inning. This one's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit into left field for Rutschman. His first hit of the ball game. Adley's on to lead off the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles down 5. Anthony Santander is up next. Santander takes strike 1. Tony's 1 for 3 today. This next one is fouled straight back, 0-2 the count. Hill is still on the mound for the Yankees, left-handed pitcher. This one's hit on the ground, second base. Flipped the bag for 1 over to first in time. Anthony Santander grounds into a double play, and just like that, the rally has been squashed. 2 down, nobody on. Here comes Ryan O'Hearn. Folks, I do appreciate everybody's understanding in chat. And I apologize. I know you're going to tell me there's no need to, but I apologize all the same. 1-0 the count on Ryan O'Hearn. This one's up and in, 2-0. O'Hearn had a triple back in the 4th and scored the only run for the Orioles today. He takes a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. 6-1 Yankees. This one's grounded to the right side. First baseman scoops it up. Rice goes to the bag himself, and that'll do it for the Orioles here in the 8th. We head to the 9th. The Yankees lead 6-1. Tell you what, I'm going to look at some out-of-town scores, okay? Looks like the cursor's gone. Looks like the cursor's back in action. The Tigers beat the Dodgers 11-9. The Pirates over the White Sox 6-2. The Cardinals over the Cubs 11-3. Phillies have a 7-4 lead over the A's. The Reds over the Marlins 10-6. That's in the bottom of the 7th. The Red Sox shut out the Royals 5-0 today. Guardians up 4-2 on the Rays. That's in the 9th. 1-1 tie between the Astros and Rangers. That's heading to the 9th. Going into the 8th inning, Brewers ahead 5-4 on the Nationals. Mets up 4-3 on the Rockies. That's in the top of the 8th. Coming up later today, Giants and Twins, Padres and Braves, Cardinals and Cubs, Angels and Mariners, Diamondbacks and Blue Jays. And then for your boy, at 10:35 tonight, there you can see the time, I'll be calling Game 3, the last game of this series, and the final game before the All-Star break. All right, folks, top of the 9th. Vinny Natoli, still on the mound, facing the top of the order, Alex Verdugo. First pitch is off the plate for ball one. One on the count on Verdugo after a swing and a miss. Next pitch is a foot outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. I was hoping the All-Star break I'd be able to get a little bit of rest and relaxation. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count on Verdugo. I got a feeling insomnia is more likely to be on the cards for the foreseeable future. 2-2 pitch to Verdugo is fouled back and out of play. Still 2-2. Janet, yes, I hope you are taking a break right now, and you deserve it. Card, thank you for hanging out here, and if you need one as well, I can take care of things. It's fine. 2-2 pitch is swung on a miss. Verdugo goes down swinging. The Discord. Hey, folks. Come on over for a good hearty laugh. Juan Soto is up next. Soto drills this one into right field, and it's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. He's going to look like he's going to hang up here at second base. He just gets to second. Man, he took his time. 1 out double for Soto, his 15th 2-bagger of the season. Yeah, I tell you what. Does feel like I could see a situation where we might send Cowser down and then go out and try to get a bat in the outfield. Just throwing that out there. Or maybe trading Mullins away and going out and getting another bat in the outfield. But right now, we need a little more production from somewhere. Gunner's not going anywhere. Adley's not going anywhere. The O'Hearn-Mountcastle combo, I don't think you're going to want to break that up. This one is fouled back. Santander's going to finish out his contract here. Play every day. 0-2 on Aaron Judge. 1 out, runner at second. We're in the top of the 9th. I'm thinking we need at least 2 acquisitions, possibly 3. A starting pitcher, one that's got a track record that we know that we can depend on to pitch innings into October and not run out of steam. A better arm in the bullpen on the back end. And perhaps, like I'm saying, maybe an outfielder. Or something. I mean, I know we've got people in our system, but if we can pull up a trade or something for an established player, just throwing out ideas, folks. Just throwing out ideas. 2-2 pitch to Judge is swung on and missed. Judge goes down swinging for the second time today. 2 for 4. He has done his damage. But Natoli gets a strikeout. That's got to feel pretty good for Natoli. This guy's been bouncing around. Has only had a couple of coffee here and there with a few clubs. 10 years into his professional career. And then here he is in a ball game like this and striking out Aaron Judge. This ball's popped up to shallow left field. Cowser is in there to make the catch. Ben Rice pops up on 1 pitch to win the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th, folks. 6-1 Yankees. Hey, Vinny, good job there, huh? We needed that, right? Good frickin' job, huh? This guy. I remember him. He used to be in the T-Birds. Oh, my. And you know what's really a weird juxtaposition during all this I'm feeling right now is that I got my door open. It is 5:30 in the morning, but it's a Saturday night in Thailand, which means the music has been pumping. A couple of clubs within reach of audible reach. I can hear people laughing and partying it up all night long while I've been calling the game. Maybe they got the right idea. Yep. I'm hearing a combination of music and a cockle-doodle-doo of the roosters and such in the area. It's amazing. Sometimes the cock-a-doodle-doo will line up perfectly with the rhythm of the song. It almost sounds like a club remix, an old McDonald remix. About 10 minutes ago, shots rang out at a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Secret Service took Trump to the ground and then got him out of there. They are trying to figure out what happened and who was involved. Okay. The only part of that I wasn't aware about yet was the location, Butler, Pennsylvania. Yeah, Verve, I mean, the same can go for guys we're looking at bringing in. Their stocks can go up or down, between now and the end of the deadline, Especially when it comes to, like, pitching. Pitcher goes out there and makes a brilliant start, and suddenly... Look at Jordan Montgomery from last year. There's a guy that people just looked at as sort of a middle-of-the-rotation lefty that didn't really have a whole lot of, there wasn't much to him other than what he was. And then he has a great postseason, and people looked at him in the offseason as like, oh, we got it. That's a top pitching target right there. Well, he had a nice run there, but... he's back to sort of being the same Jordan Montgomery he was before that, which is, again, just sort of a middle-of-the-rotation arm. This one's popped up by Jordan Westberg on a 1-1 pitch to center field. Trent Grisham makes the catch, one down here in the bottom of the ninth. Oh, boy. Hopefully, I'm going to blow my nose. I hope this doesn't get picked up on the mic. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Breaking ball from Cousins. By the way, Cousins is in to pitch. Sorry about that. Right-hander for the Yankees. The 1-0 to Mountcastle is swung on and lined over the glove of Volpe into left center field for a hit. 1-out single for Mountcastle. That's his first hit of the day. He also drove in a run with a RBI ground out. The only RBI of the day so far for the Orioles. Colton Cowser's up, and he's got a couple of hits today already. First pitch to Colton is inside for ball one. Oh, boy. This is... the timing of this isn't great, but it could be worse, I guess, since the game is almost over. This pitch is inside, 2-0 the count. I say almost. It is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes for us to score these 6 runs to walk it off. So I'm ready for those 20 minutes. I'm ready for the walk-off. The 2-0 to Cowser is swung on and hit to first, and they go to second, and I think they just ended the ball game with a double play. Yep, that's it. A grounder to first. Rice taps the bag and then goes to second, where they have to apply a tag on the lead runner because it's not a force play at that point. They do apply the tag, and this game is over. A double play. What a fitting way to end a game that I don't want to remember. On a day that I probably don't want to remember. Final score, Yankees 6, Orioles 1. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for New York. 7 men left on base. The Orioles 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. 6 men left on base. Luis Gil will get the win. Grayson Rodriguez will get the loss. There isn't a save. And we're going to have to do it again here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, folks. And let's go on and take a look at tomorrow morning's matchup. I know the man. If you blinked, you might have missed it. Man, now I got to sit here after I wrap up and digest all the stuff that's going on here. Folks, tomorrow at 11:35 a.m., don't go to church. Skip it. Skip church. Even though maybe that's not good advice right now. I don't know. Up to you. Whatever you want to do. 11:35 a.m. is the first pitch. And that means I'm going to be on the air your time, 11:25 a.m. on the East Coast. I'll be up tonight doing the ball game. And we're going to have Dean Kramer on the mound against Carlos Rodon. The lefty, Rodon 9-7, Kramer 4-5. Folks, I would love to hang around and do my normal wrap-up and thank yous and all that stuff. But I got to get out of here. I'll come back on the screen for a sec. I'm okay over here. I'm composed. I'm right here. How you doing, guys? Yeah, there really isn't much to wrap up here, but I just want to say thank you for all the people that stuck it out here to the bitter end, and it has been a very bitter end on a tough day. But I guess we just have to prioritize what we need to be concerned about right now and hope for the best tomorrow with our ball club. 4 runs in the past 5 games is not going to do it. Baseball is not the end of the world, and this losing streak is not the end of the season for us. Folks, bad things happen. Historically, we mark the time with events, and hopefully we do the right thing, and we we have an initial shock. We figure out a way to try and fix it. This one's going to be tough. You know what I'm talking about, folks. It's just, let's just hope that the human race just keeps on keeping on, you know? We have some bad things happen, and then hopefully we start making some good things come out of the bad things, and in general, we progress. But tough day, folks. I got to get out of here. All right? I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday, and I hope to see you back here on Sunday. But again, if you're not, I totally get it. If I don't see you tomorrow, come on back after the All-Star break. We're going to have a much-needed bit of time off, okay? Thanks so much to everybody, the mods, everybody in chat, the people who sent super chats tonight, everything. You guys really mean so much to me. And, even though I wasn't really pleased about needing to react to certain news while doing a broadcast, at the same time, having people around offering a little bit of support and messages like that really helps. And I just want to thank you for that, okay? So have a good rest of your Saturday, folks. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. All right? Take care.